Hello, everybody, and welcome to Freedom Friday. My name's Bonnie D, and I channel message through the cards. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is going to be a very interesting reading today for the collective. I'm sure you're feeling a lot of the energy coming through, and I'm interested in seeing if you shifted like I did about 4 or 5 days ago. It was very interesting, let's just say. Okay. Sorry I've been on my own quest, as you say, and it's been really beautiful, actually. I've been feeling really beautiful lately, folks. I've been taking care of Honey D, and I feel everybody needs to take care of you because if you're feeling blue, people around you are going to feel blue. So you really need to step up to the plate now and finish your dark night of the soul. Just, we'll always go through a dark night of the soul, but make your heart feel light and floaty like a butterfly. That's where our goal is, okay? So hopefully we get some relief on the things that are going around right now that are very hard to understand for a lot of the light workers. So today is 8/22 of 2025, which is a 3, which is a divine message. It means we are going on a divine quest right now. I am on the quest to Fawny D, and I have all the beautiful souls out there going on their own quest. And now we have collided our energy together, and our quest is kind of unionized so we can see everybody else's quest they're going on and take little bits and pieces of the beauty of it and observe it. I was told by my inner, my spiritual thought to observe for a while. Try not to put that Fawny D spin on it that you can tell them it's easy. And see where it goes, what you see, what you feel. It was really interesting. So I'll get into it a little bit more. If you look back on my recordings, I started with very dark nights, releasing the past traumas that were never released. And that was amazing. That was the hardest one, I think. The first one is to release that binds you. See, the people that you hurt or that hurt you that you can't get over the longest, even if they're passed away, is because you don't want to release it. You want to hide it and talk about it, see it, feel it again. Always keeping it alive, even though it's 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, whatever it may be, you're keeping it alive. Nobody else. So think about it. If you feel that you need if you hear or feel in your heart that it's time to back up a little bit and just listen and observe, then that's what you need to do. Because you'll get a lot of interest. I mean, I never really thought about it, but usually we're just standing there in a crowd and we're ignoring everything because we might not want to be there. But you're there for a reason, and you should listen to the group, the collective around you, because there might be something over there that interests you and you might have a nice friendship. You never know. But Bonnie D has been working it, and I know I tapped into my next dimension that I need to go to because it was really weird. The first 3 days of my just pay attention. I was floating on mushroom cloud 9, so you didn't need to tell me that because when I woke up that morning, oh yeah, I haven't had a shroom in that long, but let me tell you, I was on a magic carpet ride somewhere. So I stayed home for a few days, and it was interesting. But anyway, we are going to get to the collective, and I think this collective is going to regenerate our thought pattern because there's so much beautiful stuff coming down the rainbow right now from all of us. And I know it seems confusing and we're watching the news and we're just, everything's gonna go wrong. But you know, what we're not seeing is behind the veil. What are they doing behind the veil? Maybe we need to check into that quest. Maybe we need to check into what they're doing. Okay. I like was doing things this morning, and I'll tell you, my thought pattern just kept leaving me. That's another thing. If your thought pattern's kind of leaving you, it's because you're still listening to things that you need to observe and you haven't finished yet. So you'll get that too. Now there were some interesting cards. They all come out and they wanted to be seen. So yeah, they're seen. And I got a new, of course, Oracle cards. Telepathy Oracle cards. And they're pretty cool. So the first one that come out on the Telepathy Oracle card is heart. You start to feel your heartbeat faster as you get closer. I know if you get to a beautiful feeling, your heartbeat will flutter like a cosmic butterfly. It's just this feeling you can't explain. You'll feel like it's cool, but I'm not sure what it is, but I don't need any questions. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're feeling the warmth and energy of the heart. Now we got a number 17. 17, we know, cue the card, and it's the heart chakra. And 17 is the 8th, or the unity card. And let me just tell you, she is holding that beautiful heart. It looks like a pink rose, too, in her hands of energy. I love myself and others unconditionally and nurture loving relationships. This is big right now. This is really big in our life because there's people that we love, people that we like, and people that we dislike. Just let it be. Let it be what it will roll out to be. Okay, so you will be more inclined to listen to your friends, people you know. But remember, if you're just listening, then you're getting the whole picture. This friend that you have down the road and you think she's pretty cool, you hear now because you're observing, you hear her talking about you. She's not very, very fun and nice. But then you hear some conversation over here, and you know, that guy, he wasn't very nice. I really didn't like him. And he's talking and he's telling them how much of a beautiful person you are, and you're so nice. So see what observing can get stories and things that we picked up off that person that we didn't like, that in the end they really liked you and they really respected you and they talked better about you. So that's the kind of stuff you will discover when you are observing. And that's a beautiful feeling too. You will feel all these feelings in your heart. Everything is here. Embrace the spiritual belief that everything already exists in the here and now. Live in the present moment and be grateful for what you have. This is a mystical forest oracle, and it had to tell us this. I always ask people, you know, what is the one thing in your life that you would want to change? And when I think about it, I always say for everyone to be healed. Because so many people are sick and they're losing their loved ones and their friends and things like that. Someone else might say money, because that is what's important to them. They figure they can pay for their health, they can pay for their home, they can You know, they could just have a free flow of everything and everything will be cool. Sometimes it doesn't go that way. Sometimes it goes the opposite way. Oh, they have all that money and they just spread it around like, oh, it's nothing. And then there's John and Mary over there and they're just working all the time, overtime, and she kind of puts she just keeps stacking the fire on these people that are working all the time, and she's just kind of got everything going on. So there is, you know, everything is here. They're not thinking that everything is here because it's not their everything. Observing, you really see some things like this. I have everything I ever wanted. And then she calls you 3 months later and she's dying in a hospital. Or he says, I am so grateful for my family and friends. I love everybody. And he's doing great in 3 months. He's healthy, he's happy, he's spending time with his family, everything. So yeah, it's weird how it happens, but sure, it usually happens that way. So we really need to work with our inner self. It's not I hear people in the stores and stuff talking about the Father and the Christ conscious is going to come back and save us all, and we're going to go to it. But what they're not realizing is they're within. And that's really hard for people to understand. Well, what do you mean he's within? Uh, they're within. Our everything is within. I am. What's I am? I am. I am the Christ conscious with Christ consciousness. Uh, it's the one huge burst of light that's all of us. There's so much we're going to learn in the days to come. And these cards that are coming out, the way they're coming out, it's putting spotlight on things you're doing in your life that you need to kind of realign, because it's the whole thing is balance. That's the most important thing for us. It's balance. The black and white, feminine, masculine. Nobody gets that. They're like, well, yeah, I could be feminine today, then I could be masculine tomorrow. That has nothing to do with sex. It is the strong strength masculine, the feminine compassionate love. Put those two together, you got a powerhouse. You have strength with love and compassion. And this love and compassion will guide the strength to where it really needs to be instead of going off on a tirade in the wrong person. Because love and compassion knows. I love that. Okay, we are going to get going because everybody's going, you gotta be kidding. She hasn't been doing it in a week and she's saying this, because this is really important for all of us to think and listen. We don't listen a lot. We really don't listen a lot. I'm guilty. My husband will start talking to me about something I'm not even interested in. And I'm over there watching daisies float and bees going out. And I'm going to go out and feed the birds. I was just talking about something. Oh, what were you talking? And he's really mad. But I listened to him again. I said, okay, I'll stop. I listen. I still didn't get it. So I'm okay with that. 22. This is the intuitive whisper. My husband's mowing right here, so excuse the. Your mind, your body, and your soul. That is what you really need to concentrate. And it's a 22, which is the master number, which was our date there, the 22. And the water and pink, which is love, and pink roses, and everything is just beautiful around her. Who are you? This question is at the center of spiritual inquiry. You may not know exactly who you are, and that's okay. In fact, it's good to be curious. This card is drawing you back to yourself to remind you that you have been created in this mind, body, and soul for a reason. Remember that you are exactly where and who you are supposed to be. Your work is to align all parts of yourself so that this divinely created being, you, is living your life to your fullest potential. Be gentle and kind to yourself. Open the connection between your mind, body, and soul so that you begin to feel whole again. This is how to connect with your mind, body, and soul. And everybody does it. But these are suggestions and they might help one of our soul friends and family. Start a yoga practice, whether you are new to yoga or have an experienced practice. This card is here to guide you to the mat. The word yoga means union. Begin your mind, body, and spirit back together. And through practicing yoga, you will begin to feel this. Allow this practice of breath and movement to reconnect you to all aspects of yourself. You will then find it easier to listen to the whispers of your intuition. That is it too. I have been hearing a lot of weirdness around me lately. Just weird kind of voices when I'm doing something, and usually they talk to me when I'm dreaming. And they're kind of trying to talk to me when I'm awake. And I can't really understand it yet. And I'm working with that because that's why I took the 2 weeks off. Because since my Earth mom and my Earth dad passed away together 7 days apart, 7 days before their anniversary, which was Valentine's Day. And my mom was born 7th month. And I was born the 7th month. And it's just a lot of sevens. A lot of sevens in that rotating thing. She's been contacting me more than my father. And my spirit guide has been guiding us kind of in this process of her communicating with me. Because I'm not like Ghost Whisperer or something. They usually do not talk to me, only in dreams. And she said it's okay that I can't understand. My guardian is watching over me will help me to understand. So a couple days, yesterday, I went into my makeup thing and I was putting on my makeup and I said to my husband, I have this little thing of perfume. Rocks my mother always used to love it. And I always used to be able to tell it was her with the scent and I loved it. Well, I have it. And it was my mother's. And it was I have these little cups. And it was in my makeup cup where my eyelash stuff is and my other stuff. There's not too much in there. And there it was. I said, Donnie, did you put this out of the medicine cabinet into my brush and eye makeup? And he said, no. So how that got there from the medicine cabinet to the counter in between the little brushes and mascara, I don't know. There's only two of us here. So that's like, that would be a good thing to show me that my mom was here because it's just me and my husband here. And today we're going to start with these and it's going to work up in the oracle that I'm going to do at the end. We only get the cards that is for the collective for the day. Because as I'm doing my midnight meditation, the flies, we got flies. The cards will come out as they're supposed to be. So we will get into a lot of stuff. All right, we have another one. We have 31. Wait is meant for you will find you. Whatever is meant for you will find you. Or something else. There's something wonderful coming for you, and it will find you when you stop pushing against life and instead surrender to it. Have you ever been rejected from something or by someone only to find out a little later that the reason you didn't get that thing or person was because something or someone even more perfect was just around the corner? That is because what is meant for you will find you. Sometimes you can overplan life by overthinking, believing you should do or have a particular thing by a certain time. Even if some level isn't right, by doing this, you are blocking yourself from what is trying to find you. Having direction and a rough plan can be a good thing, but don't be limited by this. Open yourself up to other possibilities and divert in ways that present themselves to you. Let go of what isn't for you and create space for what is coming. How to allow what is coming to find you. Create space in your life. You may be so busy that you are not letting the unexpected in. Make space in your schedule for space itself. Go for a daily walk, sit for the meditation whenever you can, take a long, relaxing bath, or do any other practice that allows your mind to relax. You need to carve out the time to see things from a new perspective. Notice what is being drawn to you rather than what you are having to battle against. Surrender from the battle and allow yourself to receive. Yeah, I think so much of our life is battling. I seen some people the other day they were on this show and they were trying to meditate. And the woman's mind was going a million miles an hour. Did I make meatloaf? Did I pick up the kids? Did I do that? Yeah, you can't do that. Can't think of anything, and that's the hardest thing for any of us to do. It was the hardest part of meditation I had to do, but I did it. It's better that way. We got a 39. Vulnerability is power. And that's a 12, which is a 3, which is divine. And that's this day we're talking about it. It may not feel like it at first, but the more vulnerable you become, the more powerful you will feel. Befriending your emotions and your behavioral patterns puts you in the driver's seat of your life rather than just feeling like a passenger. The word vulnerability comes from the Latin word vulnerabilis, meaning wounding. And we have been led to believe that being vulnerable opens us up to being wounded by others. However, most of the time, by blocking our vulnerability and being disconnected from our true feelings, we are wounding ourselves. This card is here to tell you to reclaim the power of your vulnerability. Get to know how you truly feel without the fear of judgment. Be vulnerable with yourself because with this awareness comes confidence. How to find power in vulnerability. Unraveling your vulnerability is like unlocking the code to your emotional life and discovering the complexity of your feelings. Next time you feel a powerful emotion, See if you can explore it with curiosity. What is happening in your external world to make you feel like this? Are there any other emotions present at the same time as this one? Sometimes the first strong emotion we feel can be a secondary emotion that is covering our true vulnerability beneath it. For example, anger can cover sadness, and laughter can cover fear. Get to know yourself immediately and watch as the fear of your vulnerability turns into a feeling of power. That's a great idea, and it's beautiful, Mama Lion with her baby. Um, I think vulnerability kind of got overtaken there for a while. Everybody was vulnerable. Everybody was this and this and this, and yeah, it just didn't. It didn't fly. Okay. Now, after this, we got one that just popped out. I was picking the books up with the cards in, and this one just came through. So we are going to read this one. And I think this one was for the book I just released. Pretty sure. Yeah, it is. But I'm going to read this one. Okay, the Messenger Oracle. Because when we're going through this, Dark Night of the Soul, the observing, the things that are changing, the different dimensions we're kind of going through at one time. We got this. Observe in silence. When I heard observe a couple weeks ago in one of my dreams, I knew it was time for me to shut up just for a while and observe. Now is not the time to be the life of the party, nor to step forward into the role of leader or teacher. Be cautious. It may not be wise to draw attention to yourself or to reveal your plans to others at this time. Instead, be silent, step back, be still, watch those around you, and be mindful of what you see, hear, and feel. Trust in your instincts and intuition and let them guide your steps. That's what I feel like because right now everybody's screaming and hollering everywhere out there and trying to prove that they're right or wrong. And it's so overwhelming sometimes. It's like I just need to go back to my space somewhere in a corner where nobody is and I can just go blank and cruise in the clouds and be nothing for a minute. Did that make sense? Yeah, it made sense to me. Because we got revealed the truth, and as she's taking off the mask, you can see that she's beautiful behind it, but why is she putting on a mask? What is she trying to hide? When you were born, your soul shone bright. As you grew up, you were taught of right and wrong. You were taught how to think, how to live, how to believe in a way that makes you fearful to say no. To disagree is to risk alienation from family and society. And so you hide your true thoughts and feelings behind a mask. That mask hides your light. Cast it aside, embrace and live your truth, and let your soul shine once more. I agree with that. I think, we realize how much our grandparents might have screwed up. We've heard, you hear the stories or your parents screwed up, but that was their lesson. It might not be our lesson, but it was their lesson to teach their grandkids not to do or to do. Like this was a beautiful moment in my life. This was a horrific moment in my life. So we could get the choice which one we'd want. And right now, that's where we're going. We're looking at things that are happening around our world that have never happened before, and we're making choices. Okay, because this come out in the same way as the other ones did, the intuitive whisper, and it was the seven, which we talked about seven earlier. And she is sitting there looking at the owl of wisdom, which has radiant out its crown. And it looks like the portal and the flowers, and she's sitting in Mother Earth in the roots, and she's intuitively journaling. I've told everybody that was like a lifeline for me, and I haven't done it for a while. And I started to think I need to journal more again. I'm too busy, and I need to journal again. And I think we all do. So we're going to read the intuitive journaling and we're going to see what all they say. I say it's your best bet. I mean, because your dreams could tell you something. All the journaling that I did like 2, 3 years ago is coming true now. I've seen a lot of it happening, and some maybe no. Some maybe be me in my thoughts and my fears, things like that. This card is inviting you to switch off from your rational consciousness, mind, and explore your intuitive subconscious, a place that exists beyond thought and that can be accessed in moments of silence, where there is no judgment, no expectation, and where you are present in the moment rather than distracted by the past or the future. Intuitive journaling is not striving to make sense of what it's writing or to be understood. It is simply exploring with curiosity what the intention wants to say. How to journal intuitively. You will need a notebook and a pen and a place to be quiet. Close your eyes and focus inward on your breath. Take 10 deep breaths, inhale and count to 4 and exhale to a count of 6. By lengthening your exhale, you are allowing the body to calm. Continue to focus on your breath until you feel your mind and body soften. Open your eyes and put your pen straight on the page in front of you. Begin to write without taking your pen off the page. Start with the prompt. My intuition wants to say, and then let your intuition subconscious guide the way. So this is kind of like a when you hear this sentence, I want you to write the first few things that come into your mind. Don't even think about it. So that's actually a good way to play with yourself, because you will get some interesting things that just come out that you never really thought about. Right now, that's what it is in this world. We're trying to figure out what other people are feeling, and I think the journaling would be the best ticket you got out there. Okay, we've got the Soul Helper Oracle. And yeah, the Soul Helper Oracle has really been a beautiful deck to have. It's always right, pretty much, when it comes up to what we're doing. And we got an 8. You know, today's been a beautiful, unique Union Day, and Freedom Friday is for all of us. We all should have been free to make our decisions and live our life the way we needed to. And we're pretty much going back to that, but we're not used to it yet. It's really scary to some people, and some people we're kind of curious, and we're still unknowing of the whole thing, and that's what we really don't like. We don't like surprises. Live in the world as a dreamer and create a future paradise. See, we should have been creating that paradise, but the money changers wanted to play games and keep that money away from us. That's what they weren't supposed to do. So, if we would have had the creation back then, could you imagine what this world would look like? This guy didn't have to go, this guy and woman didn't have to go to work 15 hours a day to feed their 2 kids and their cousin that moved in. You know, we could have did all this. No. The dreamers of this world are active creators of their own lives and futures, in close touch with their imagination and inventiveness. A powerful creative potential awaits each of us when we tap into these aspects of ourself. With its perfectly balanced energy, each day, each daydream has the potential for fulfillment. There is no ego and no relentless desire, just the pure feeling of dreaming itself. Dreamers are deeply connected with their own magic, whether they are aware of it or not. When they dream, they let go of everything and enter a space where only magic exists. Keep your bold, brave, and beautiful dreams safe in your heart. They are worth more than all the riches of this world. Dream with every fiber of your being for the benefit of all living creatures. It is your mission, indeed your responsibility, to imagine in your dreams a world like a paradise. Dream a better world for us all. Such a world can ultimately only be created by those capable of imagining it. This is the ancient cosmic law of analogy. As within, so without. Only what is within us can be manifested in the outside world. Give your dreams and your images you see in your mind's eye, even greater power by experiencing them more intensely so that they can guide you forward for your potential. This card indicates that you are in a time in which dreams have more creative power than ever before. Your feelings and emotions are like the magic that makes your dreams come true more quickly. Make use of your light and give in to your dreams. Dream a paradise for all living things. Visualize in every day and intensify these dreams with the helpers suggest. Your helpers for the next 21 days is the power animal is the otter, the herbal essence oil is sandalwood, the healing crystal is Moquette marbles, and the number is 8. And let's see what the 8 has to do. Number 8 tells you that now is the time for harmony, calm, and a place of retreat. You have been given the gift of a light that opens your mind and delivers strength to create something that will last for all time. Should you want to do so, number 8's energy field opens up eternity for you. It is renewal, paradise, spirituality, calm, mindfulness, and the completion of transformation. That is what we're going through. We're going through a major transformation. And some of us are feeling it. Some of us are telling people, but then you still got them people that you're so crazy. What are you talking about? Arr. And you'll have it, and that's okay. You still love them from a distance, but yeah, okay. And we got a 21 in the magic spiritual. And you notice that all these numbers are coinciding. We have the 3 now. Again, we got the 21, which is a 3. We've got divine messages everywhere in this. Now, this is kind of an interesting card. It's a 21, but her head's open and the rose is coming out looking at her. And she's got her eyes closed with tears. It says blessings and curses, psyche, self-love, and beauty. And that makes total sense to me. If you look at this card and think about your perspective of this card, it's telling a story. It's not like some morbid little cartoon monster. I accept its duality, psyche, self-acceptance, and beauty. See, her crown is coming out as that flower and piercing her right in the eyes, like, excuse me, you are beautiful and you should accept yourself. But right now, she's going through some stuff. I accept all parts of myself. I am divine and whole. Our Creator did not make a mistake, but you made some mistakes on your journey, and that's okay because now we just got to correct them. The red rose, a guide has come to pay you an important visit. She seeks to heal and ease a pain in your mind and spirit. There is shame and guilt for who you are lurking in your darkest corners. It is holding you back in ways you may not realize. She wishes to shine a light there to show you how to love your darkness into the light, how to turn your demons into angels. The thorns we grow come from a place of pain. They are a result of our need to protect ourselves from outside forces. They are defense mechanisms hurt that we can sometimes cause others come from being hurt. If you try to pick a rose, it will prick you with its thorns. You might have goodwill, but the rose doesn't know that. It has been fooled and hurt before. However, the thorns are also what makes the rose strong, whole, and powerful. Her thorns are the rose's self-worth, her ability to stand up for herself, her discriminate, her tendency, her persistence to keep going. The thing that sometimes burdens us always have great gifts to teach us within. The flowers are what the world loves to see us for. Our personality, appearance, what we do, they are also what we can be judged and criticized for. If we are too beautiful, too different, too colorful, too big, too small, too much, not enough. But the red rose reminds us that we were created by the divine. We are divinity itself. This card is also a positive omen that you are reaching or will reach a point in your journey where you learn how to accept all of yourself, your whole, full, and most authentic self will unlock so much grace and power within you. The beauty you feel within will shine out of your being, pouring out into the world around you. Practice self-love at this time. Mirror work can be extremely powerful. Now, meditating on love, appreciation, and acceptance of yourself while sitting in front of a mirror. You can find guided meditation on YouTube for this. Speaking aloud self-love affirmation to the mirror is also powerful. Do it as often as you can. I agree. That actually kind of made it real. Because it came out of the crown is looking at her as she's got her eyes closed and crying. I mean, she wants to look at the beauty parts, but she keeps thinking that she's not. She can't see what's beautiful. When you got the world telling you this, this, and this is wrong, and you can't get over this, this, and this, then yeah, you're having a hard time with it. Now we've got the gateway of light activation. We got the Lemurian seed codes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, and living with grace. And that's what we should have been doing. We don't need to worry about what everybody thinks. I don't need a sail like that guy has. I don't need a speedboat like that guy. I don't, forget it. It's just everybody wants somebody's else. And grass isn't always greener on the other side. And they don't believe that. Well, it happened. Lemuria was a civilization that was in the middle of the Pacific Ocean in ancient times. The inhabitants of this sacred land lived in complete harmony with nature and had a connection with every living being, similar to the movie Avatar. Their inner vision was fully activated to the point where it is thought that their pineal gland was fully developed and they could see for hundreds of miles in every direction in some similar way to the sonar of dolphins and whales. The majority operates from their heart. That's where we need to get. We've always operated from our head. Heart come in once in a while, but our head's been mostly doing everything. Our heart space, honoring one another and nature, so much so that when their civilization came to an end through cataclysmic events, most likely the plates of the earth shifting causing volcanic eruptions and a tsunami. Most of them ascended. It is said that these highly attuned beings knew that their civilization would end and decided to send healing waves into another part of the telepathically channeled their frequencies into a thought form that would become crystals that would be found thousands, possibly millions of years later. These Lemurian seeds are a type of quartz crystal, mostly found in Brazil and Colombia. They are powerful crystals with striations similar to barcodes engraved on their faces. They have a feminine receptive energy that is said to help us step into a more feminine way of being in order to help an evaluation of the species. Visualize yourself on an island surrounded by pale blue water, living in harmony with all living beings. If you own a Lemurian seed crystal, hold it in your left hand, call out to the ancient ones of Lemuria and invite them to share your wisdom. You are a highly sensitive being. You might feel that this is a curse, but this card is here to let you know that it is a gift. It indicates that you have spent lifetimes upon lifetimes living with a giant shield up to stop the world seeing the real you. But you are a highly unique soul with incredible gifts that are worth sharing through embracing your uniqueness. You can help many others embrace their own. This lifetime is a more graceful existence with less defense and more trust. It's not about protecting yourself, but stepping into the space of surrender and reveal the true self. Wow, I really like that because a lot of us don't live in our true self. We start with our true self in the morning when we wake up, and by the end of the night, they've been like every cool girl I know in town. Now we're like that. Okay, not cool. You'll have to keep that persona going forever. So you just became Cindy Lou at the end of the thing. No, no. We don't want to be like anybody else. I mean, really, who does? Who really wants to be like everybody else? I don't get that. Because she's cool right now at high school, what's she gonna be like in college? Gone. So you're trying to make somebody cool for 2, 3 years of your childhood, and then you're leaving for college or getting married or going off, or well, that was worth it. Oh, sure. Got this going. Okay, we've got the Star Seed Oracle. We're almost there. These were really interesting. I kept them all because the way they come out was pretty interesting. Now, the way these cards come out, the first one is I remember. Soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. There was a moment before you were born when you chose the conditions of life you're living right now, when you plotted out these exact moments along the timeline of your life. We live in a world of free will, and therefore these moments become our destiny only through saying yes. Fate, life, fated life is the one we were born into, the destiny. Life is the one our soul chooses. And it takes courage and faith. If you pull this card, it's because you are likely now face to face with the choice to follow the destiny life over the fated life, to trust the path your soul is calling you toward, and to remember that this moment was prearranged on your life timeline. You may find yourself at a crossroad, at a moment when you are being called to make a decision, to keep walking the perfectly laid out path before you or choose the one that less traveled, or maybe facing a change of career, a new relationship, a difficult decision, or something else that requires courage and faith. You're being invited to remember your soul's greater plan and to surrender to it. When you're confronted with a path that's undefined, it's normal for doubt to rear its head. And in fact, this is a certain sign that you're facing your soul's greater plan. Every hero in his or her life journey comes eye to eye with doubt. The only way around is through it. It's all part of the larger plan. What are you being called to do? Surrender to your soul's plan. So I'd start that in my journey book. I'd start, I remember. I used to tell that to my husband all the time. I was just told, keep repeating it. Keep repeating it. When they keep repeating it, it's because they want you to remember it. Keep saying it long enough, you'll remember it. And we got called. Soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. You came to this earth with a double mission: to grow as a soul and to bring about a shift in consciousness. The best way to fulfill these personal and collective purposes is to trust what it is that your soul is calling towards, for it's encoded within the most direct path forward. Your soul has many unique gifts that it came here to share. Some you may already be aware of, others you're just beginning to uncover. You're being called to remember that your soul integrity chooses the perfect condition to carry out your soul's mission and share your soul gift. If you're being called toward a creative project, a passion, or an adventure, this card is your confirmation that you're facing the night or the right way and that this moment right here is destined. If you're feeling underprepared or thinking, who am I to do that? This card is guiding you to step up and leap and consider perhaps that your soul has been training for this moment right here for lifetimes. Place this card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. I call forth the soul gifts and soul training that I've received throughout all of my lifetimes. I'm ready to embody them all now without hesitation or fear. I fully commit to begin here now. I'm ready to step into my soul's highest and most potent calling. I've been training for this for lifetimes. I think we've all been training for lifetimes. I don't think that we were the smartest beings on this planet first. It's I don't know. I hope they tell us. And you know, this one, the way they came out, I remember I was called in baby steps. Baby steps. Action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. You're being called to take grounded action in response to your soul's call, to start where you are and begin building in a consistent way. So many people stop themselves from living a soul-led life because you're waiting to know the destination before taking the first step. But intuition doesn't work like that. Our soul is always calling us every moment of every day. The way to find yourself living in harmony with the cosmos is to fasten to your soul's baby calls and whisper each and every day, and to take grounded action in the direction of those calls and whispers. You're being encouraged to start small, baby steps. Yep. Bite size, to put one foot in front of the other, to do one thing every day, to breathe thing, to break things down, to break things down into achievable tasks every day. And then time on earth goes slower than other planets. This should be interesting. We notice everything's going slower. Okay. This may cause frustration for star seeds who can expect a faster pace of manifestation. And thus give up before the seeds begin to sprout. If you resonate with that, it's time to opt for consistency over urgency. Well, I feel that. Time to take baby steps in the direction of your calling, to remember that you don't need to have it all figure out or know exactly where the path is leading you. You don't have to know every single step along the way before you set out on your great journey. You just need to take the next step. What's one simple baby step you can take in the direction of your soul's calling? Question mark. That was great. I needed it too because, like I said, I've been on my own journey. I quit smoking 3 years ago, I think it was. Me and my husband both cold turkey, get it done. Nope, never went back to it. Tried it other times before, and I was good for a while, and I started smoking again. Um, then let's see. I've been all kinds of natural healing and things like that, and went on better eating habit type things. Some not so much of a diet, or just daily changing your food habits, and like lost 20 pounds. Almost killed myself. But I didn't know I needed sugar in my body because I'm low blood sugar. But yeah, I do. So I was like walking in a fog for like a couple days too while I was channeling and doing things. And my channel said, eat sugar or you're going to die. So I included a little sugar there and I was okay. I guess I got some Powerades, electrolytes, and that was good too because I've been laying out in the sun. And it doesn't look like I'm really tan, but yeah, I'm getting tan. Okay, we are going to finish with the oracle reading and the clarifier cards or the enchanted map orb. Okay, for the clarifiers. Now, the first one we got was a 40. A 40, and it was follow the leader, and she's got a baby duck and ducky ducks and a goose, two goose, and she's a fairy and she's got a clock back there on the wall, and it's a 40. Every life is a teaching tools for others. Your authenticity and honesty are an example to those around you. You're being called to lead others by example. Your wisdom has been earned as a result of your bravery in the adventure of your life. The experiences of battles won and lost, places discovered, tears shed, and position and to be of service to others. Your suffering has been crystallized into a talisman of wisdom. Now you must share it. By being fully authentic, you'll lead others into the light. You'll be required to divulge some things about your past so that you may help someone else. Lead with love. There is another message here as well. Look to those whose great character and accomplishments you admire. Emulate the leaders you respect. You will then, in turn, have more to offer. I agree with that. I mean, if you're looking for something to get into and you're really good at it, uh, tell them. Go where you want to go. Go where you want to work. Start there. Don't think anything's above you. Just feel like you got it. And with that, we got the Queen of Swords and it's resilience. So she's basically telling you that follow the leader, 40, and even if you've got maybe no feeling, be resistant. Be prepared to make a strong decision or to respond to a final decision made by a woman. So, yeah, this is going to depend on you. Nobody else but you. So make a good impression first time, and you should get it. Now we get a 54, and 54 was reversed. And I love this card. It's got the two giraffes on it. And it's mom and baby. Encouragement. You are receiving a nudge in the right direction. And reversed, it's a misstep isn't the end of the world. You've fallen in a trap of false courage, and only humility will lead you out of it. Perhaps you weren't listening to your intuition, and now you're in a jam. Being too self-reliant without knowing the ropes has brought you to this place. Don't become too discouraging. All is well, and you can always start again. Take another road and surely discover new territories where love really blooms. Just remember to rely on your higher power. You can't always get what you want, but Spirit knows your needs. Something better waits around the corner. And I think, yeah, your card you got for clarifier out of the Oceanic Tarot was a 20, and it's self-reflection, judgment. That's interesting. And it said, take the road less traveled. Self-reflection. Yeah, this is the time where you really got to reflect on yourself. If you want it that bad, you need to reflect on yourself to see what your higher power is telling you to do. Celebrate what you have achieved and embrace new opportunities. You will be full of energy and motivation. The world is your oyster. Success, completion, celebration, beginnings, travel, motivation, and renewal. Yeah, you're gonna do it. You can go for it. Because we got the rock bottom, upside down reverse road, number 10. Rock bottom, surrender and acceptance are the keys of freedom. Reversed, this card is a symbol your addiction in all forms, subtle or obvious, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results will never provide you with what you desire. At at this moment, there is no here else to go to, and you're facing the end of the road. If you fear change, be willing to change. Surrender your wants to a higher power. Ask for truth and allow humility to be your guiding force from within. You will always get what you need. You are only a victim of your perceptions. Take heart because you can't sink any further. The only way to go from here to up and wondrous things wait for you. So, the clarifier for number 10, rock bottom, was the 10 of Wands, the 1010. That's another 20. This reading was a very interesting. I looked up some of the angel numbers in this reading and its responsibility. So, the whole reading was about you changing, us changing as we are, and finding the right road and taking the responsibility. Need some boundaries to reduce the stress. You may need to say no to certain people. Burdens, overloads, confusion, exhaustion, priorities, and pressure blocks. So yeah, the 10 is the overwhelm card. It's the card of the tarot. It's you're just overwhelmed. So I would say take a day and call it yours. And sometimes that is hard to do with people you live with, but just work on it and it'll come to fruition. All right, everybody. I hope everybody's doing good out there and everybody's staying safe. And I love everybody. May every step in your journey be magical. You know what? Just be you.